Hey up, Chucks! I've got a right big parcel here from that there Manchester up north. We best have a look at it, and I'll tell you how flipping massive it is. I'm 6'2", and it comes to just below my rather significant man boobs. So, let's get, it's quite light, it's also quite long. Woo. I won't stand in it. Let's have a look and get it open, just so I get it out of the way. Hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? I've not filmed anything for a while. You won't have noticed because I've got my YouTube a bit queued up, but I have a new car now, and I spent all week stripping parts off of the old one, and it's going for scrap tomorrow, so I can now carry on spending my lunch times filming stuff for you. And this came today. I want to get it unboxed to put the box up in the loft for safekeeping because I need it. And this can join, this is currently number 3 in the Beko 1987 refurb pile. What is it? Well, we have lots of cardboard, which is cool. That was the one that was causing the trouble, I think. What is it? Well, it is an oldie. It is a Hoover. That's too tall for me ceiling. A Hoover. Who better? It is also a cable at the bottom of the box. There we go. Right, my camera's as high as it will go. Let's get it down and have a look at the actual machine. Yes, what we have here is a Hoover 825. Hoover 825 for Mr. Stuart Baxter Esquire of ManchesterVacs up in, funnily enough, Manchester. Sent me a little project to get going with. He's got a few of these for his museum, and this looks lovely. One nice thing to note is that the bag must have been off before, because it has a different bolt, and we'll cut that down, but we'll use that bolt. Bag is also, it's had a little repair, as they all have. They always have repairs, these bags, but it's beautiful otherwise. Huh. It even comes straight out of its little holder and seems to have been vacuumed out this side of the millennium, so that is good. Much better than my 875 or 825 ever were. Let's just try and pop this back on here. Come on. There we go. No. Oof, come on. It catches it. Nearly. Come on. That will do. It does, however, suffer from the strap is broken. But I have a fix for that, so I'll pop that down there. And look at the beautiful machine itself. Wow. The handle, although in quite good condition, has got some issues. Nothing that I'm going to do anything about, but the rubber's just starting to buckle a little bit. Although it seems okay enough. It's sadly missing its original cable, which is very possibly why I have this, because I think it was quite perished. So we need to look at that. Well, now I'll show you the top part. The switch seems to click. Let's bring you down to the main event, which is this beautiful part of the machine itself. See if we can get the handle off. Take my phone out my pocket before I sit on it and crunch it and cry. Oh, I do. So we'll take that out. Take the handle out. It is a 2-speed model because although there are 3 holes in the prongs, there are only 2 prongs on the machine, so that's cool. I can show you the handle a bit better now. I think it has something hot against it. It's melted the rubber. I mean, it's in beautiful condition, generally. I think it's obviously had something the matter with it. That seems to move okay. What have we got? We have 290 watt Hoover 725 from, I think, the 30s. Very early 30s anyway. Seems to have a belt, because if I do that with the brush roll, that spins. And this has been apart before. The spring for the wiring is, I don't think I can show you. Oh, it's okay. Get around the front. The spring for the wiring has come away from the wire itself, so we need to have a look at that. While we're at this angle, let's see if, without using the tools, marvellous, that seems okay. Very good bristles on the brush roll. This is a cracking little machine, this is. It's even got the original bumper that says Hoover, which is lovely. I want to test it, but before we test it, of course, we need to have a look at the cable and rewire it. Mr. Baxter has very kindly provided the plug that came with the machine, a lovely Marbo plug, which we shall use, and a fair old length of his lovely 3-core cable, which we shall now lob on. So, should undo these 2 screws here, which should pop through the holes, or just lift the entire thing up, that's fine. It's always easy to do this with the handle off, because then you're not having to work upright or with the machine at the other end being very weighted. Then you can pull out the handle assembly. What have we got here? We've got that's the insulating stuff. And do you know what? I don't think this has ever had a cable on it. I've seen this a few times on the really old one. There's paint all over the screw terminals, which is there to prove that it hasn't been apart before, which is most excellent. Oh, I can see why he wants this old cable gone. It's quite fragile, really. So where did the wires go? Well, one goes onto the top screw there, and one goes onto the bottom screw there. So all we need to do, in theory, is crack off this lovely vintage paint, which serves the purpose of ensuring that nobody has been here before. And then this one here, well, unless somebody's been here before that was Hoover back in the day when they used to care about things like this, I suppose. It is possible. The service manual recommended that this was the done thing. We shall take off the little clip. Oh yeah, this is the cable clip, look. Now turn the light off. This little inner rope has been tied around this washer. I mean, we're going to probably replace it with a cable tie, but if I can just snip out all of this, there we go. Yeah, all the little wires go through the middle. The insulator goes through there, and now, if I've done that, there we go. The last remains of some vintage cable, which isn't too bad on this bit. So whether it was knackered further up, or it didn't have one at all, I suppose, has just been used. I forgot to ask. We'll have a look. So now we need to trim down this cable. Here we go. So the first thing we'll do is take off these cable ties here. That hold the cable. Bring out a bit of flex and we'll push it through the right way, nearly through there like that, and pull it quite through to give us a bit of working room. Now we need to lose those lovely crimped ends because we don't want those. 1, 2, 3. What we need to do is strip off enough flex to wrap around the terminals. Now where did I put this part? Because I think I need to, yes, look at that. We need to do lots more length on that cable. So if I strip this down to there, lovely, like so. I'll tidy this up again when I do the refurbishment. This is literally just to fire it up for this video, really. There we go. We want to strip off a little bit of that to reveal the inner core, and then just twist it round a bit nicely, like so. Do the same with the neutral. That'll do. Same with the earth, because this machine is earthed. Earth the handle. So we must put an earth back. Stuart will be happy with that because he likes earthed machines, even if they shouldn't be earthed. We had this discussion before and agreed to disagree. Slash didn't really care anyway. It's personal preference. I mean, if you have to do it for reasons of owning a shop, fair enough. If a machine wasn't ever earthed, I don't believe it should be. So I'm going to put 2 little hooks-ish on the cable there, and then we're basically just going to see if, I can't really show too well, so you'll have to just bear with me here. I can put the screw through there, pop it on the switch, and it basically just holds it in place enough to make contact. I mean, I'm not going to bother clamping it down. I'll just be careful to not tug at the cable. I'll clamp it down when we get the machine actually done, because this will have to come off again anyway. Don't think I'm going to paint the handle. It seems there's only ever such a little bit down there, look, and you can't really see it very well either. I don't think that needs painting at all. I think just a good polish will sort that. This won't be a full concourse refurbishment. This will just be just to keep the patina, really, get it clean and running well and polished up, but ultimately make it look like it is 80 years old, 70, 80 years old. Gosh, this is fiddling. You can't see anything either. There we go. This is going to be the fiddly one. That's not the screw. Let's put the screw on a couple of turns. There we go. And then we'll tuck this over like so. No, that's all come apart. Let's just twist that a bit better. Try again. There we go. That'll do it, that'll hold it. I'll put the insulator back. Like so-ish. There we go. Marvellous, so that's all safe. Now I need to do exactly the same. In fact, I might do a bit more on the earth because I can't see it when it goes inside the machine. I'll put a little ring terminal on it when I do it properly. But the earth needs to wrap around this screw here. It needs to flipping well stay on there as well. So that should just about do it. And now we need to wrestle the whole thing back in there. And do up the screws. Like so. There we are. And that should be that. Now what we need to do, I just realised actually I should have used that end because I just cut off. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yes, this is a Marbo plug. Vaxes always used to come with Marbo. The Vax 121, possibly the earlier ones as well, but I only know the 121s. Oh, why is that not coming off? I haven't got the right size screwdriver for that plug, which is a little bit annoying. Might have to just pinch a different plug for the purposes of this video because my big screwdriver isn't here. Hang on. There we go. I have pinched the plug from a Junior, which is handily just behind me. So the earth goes up to there. So we'll chop this down. I'll strip it down to here. Just roll the knife gently over until it splits the plastic, rubber, PVC, whatever, but not the inner cores. There we go. This is why I'm going to regret not having any snips, isn't it? Because I want to tidy these cable ends up. They might just fit in the plug. Let's see, we'll put the earth in first because that's the annoying one. Oh god, no. Right, I'm going to have to chop these down, I think. Where will the live sit? The live wants to be cut there. Let's use the back of this old plug to cut the live down. There we go, one. And then the neutral wants to just be there. Not an awful lot off the neutral. I don't like this Marbo plug either. I've decided I'm going to use a different plug. No, don't strip yourself nicely. Cut yourself. Go away. We don't want you. Oh, that'll do. I'll just fold it over the actual stripped part that I want. So one. There we go. Two. I have lost everything that I need. There we go. Screw that down. And I've already had the fuse out of this plug, so I've had to steal Henry's fuse. Sorry, Henry. I don't suppose you mind too much though, do you? Pop the earth in. There we go. Marvellous. I I need to flip the cable around, stick it through the clamp. Oh, blimey. It plug's falling apart. I can't speak northern, I'm afraid. I'm not from the north. Well, I'm more north than I am here. I'm from Peterborough and I'm down in Buckinghamshire now. But I'm not as far north as Manchester down. So there we go. One wired up plug. Temporary wired up plug anyway. Done. Ooh, this is exciting because now I need to keep that because I'll need that in the future. We can put the handle on. And to put the handle on, all we need to do is slot it in. And do up the bolt. The early style of Hoover handle bail bolt, really. Right, there we go. That's in tight enough. Ooh, we're ready. We're ready, folks. Oh, ooh, we're not ready. Not ready at all. Because we're going to have a slight issue with the bag. Because obviously it is broken. And I'm not going to fix it until I have cleaned it and refurbished the machine. So, in order to connect this part, which you can't see, to this part here, I'm going to cheat and just wrap a bit of wire around just to hold the bag off the floor. Off the top cord hook, because then it's not permanent, is it? So there we go, let's tie a knot in this. And we have a hung bag, that will do. Right, now we're ready to switch it on. So does this unknown to me vacuum cleaner actually run? Let's find out. Yes, it does. It suffers from the same annoying handle bail issue as my two oldies, in that it pushes the front forwards, which makes it hop around, but it works quite well. There's a bit of mess over there. Let's do a close-up. Didn't like picking it up, but it certainly bounced it around. So there we go. This fabulous Hoover 825 with its very worn badge. It's a bit of a shame. I have to see what that used to look like properly, but there we go, with a bit of a polish hopefully. And I would say a full mechanical strip down, but I don't think it'll get it, and it'll get a grease, but I think this works pretty flipping well as it is. So just some cosmetics I needed. Bit of a buff and polish, electrical check, fix the bag, and the Hoover will shine once more. So, thank you very much for watching this vintage before video. Hopefully next time you see this it will be cleaned up and lovely, and we shall be laughing about it afterwards. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.